Yo, what's going on? I apologize. I was struggle streaming for like, I don't know, a whole minute. So I have to put a timer on it. But in the event, I'm Marcus. We do attorney reaction here. There's trending news, current events, everything in between. Licensed attorney, not your attorney. Now we're going to cover two topics. The first topic, we're going to talk about the Chase Money glitch and give a little bit of update as to what's going on with that from a legal side. The second topic is something someone actually emailed me about and asked for my opinion on. And hey, shout out to everybody who's supporting the people who email me content and things. I got another tomorrow's live is actually going to be from an email that a viewer actually sent as well. But somebody emailed and said, "Yo, is Elon Musk $1 million giveaway legal or illegal?" So we're going to talk about the legal nuances. I actually had to write some notes for that one because I'm not well versed in election laws, but I think I have an answer, so we're gonna dive in. Before we get started, if you get some value out of this content, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. And if you really want to support the channel, you can become a member to the channel. You get early access to pre-recorded content, and starting next month, we're gonna do live streams solely for the members. Even if I don't got a lot of members, y'all gonna still get something because I want to give you something. And on those lives, I'm gonna talk about things that I probably wouldn't talk about on the show, probably a little bit more risque, so to speak, but that's what that's gonna be. So let's go ahead dive into this Chase Money glitch. I don't know if we remember what it was. Let me give a little background. But essentially, a bunch of people were committing check fraud at Chase Bank. It went viral on TikTok. Long story short, people would take a check from their own account, which was stupid as hell, but they would take a check from their own account, write an outlandish number of money on there. They would write a check out to themselves for $100,000, $200,000, whatever the asinine amount was. Once they write that amount, they would actually do an online mobile deposit. Now, typically, most banks, depending on who you bank with, how reliable, how much money you have in your account, how often you do this, and the check clears, most banks will give you a percentage of what your check is for available to you immediately. So that's not really a glitch. That's just normally how it works. What the glitch was with Chase Bank was it actually allowed them to get a way larger percentage of that bogus ass check that they wrote out. So already there was some stupid shit going on here. People got checks with their own name on it, where probably their direct deposit for their W 2 job would go. They would write a bad check, do a mobile deposit from their phone. They doing a deposit with a bad check that they wrote. There's their check. They do a deposit from their mobile phone to the bank. It goes to an account which is their account number. Then they would go to the ATM and withdraw an amount that they didn't have. And by the time they already took the money out, the check bounced and now the bank was scrambling. So that's the background. Let's go ahead and dive in and check out the update. And I love these updates because, hey, shout out to stupid criminals. You guys, uh, hey, you probably shouldn't be a criminal, especially if you're stupid. But y'all keep me and a lot of my friends and colleagues gainfully employed. So I guess I got to be appreciative in some aspect. But these are the stories that are just beautiful because I like seeing when people play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Let's go ahead and check it out.
This morning, a lesson from JP Morgan Chase. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
This is why I think it's really important that you don't believe everything you see on the internet. There's no such thing as free money.
In late August, some Chase customers were able to withdraw money from ATMs by writing fraudulent checks to themselves, then immediately withdrawing cash before the checks bounced. Typically, only a fraction of a check's value is immediately available until the check clears, but a glitch at Chase allowed customers to withdraw much larger amounts in that time. Taking advantage of the glitch, which quickly went viral on social media, was essentially check fraud. And now the bank is taking legal action, suing four customers for a total of $662,000. In one case, a Houston man, over a 2-day period, was able to withdraw most of a $335,000 check, which later bounced. The bank says he still owes more than $290,000.
Chase.
All right, real quick. I think that's hilarious. Anybody who do this scheme, right? Let's say I don't know. Like, hey, I don't want to be biased, but I will tell you when I looked into this scheme on TikTok, unfortunately, I saw a lot of people of a darker hue doing this. Now, maybe other people did it. I don't know if it went viral on Black TikTok, but it really made me ashamed because I was like, man, these people are looking really stupid. But anybody who did this scam, this is just me. This is a typical broke person scam. This is right up there with y'all ever have people in your neighborhood who go around at night and they check car door handles to see whose door is unlocked. Like that's a broke ass person scam, a broke ass person crime. This is right on that level of being a broke ass person crime. So this dude still owes $291,000 of a $300,000+ bogus check that he wrote, that he was able to withdraw a lot of the funds out over the period of 2 days, which is crazy work. But there's no way. I would love to, actually I might I might have to do a deep dive and look in the lawsuit and actually pull up these people's name and information and find out a little bit of their background. Because I guarantee you that complaint probably has what his average daily balance was. And I'm just gonna go and assume that this guy probably ain't had no goddamn money in the bank. This is a crime indicative of what I like to refer to as broke assness. I wanted to give a round of applause to Sis Maui. I appreciate you for dropping the first comment of the day. But yeah, this is absolutely asinine. $291,000. I think they're also going to go after attorney fees. Let's go and finish up the rest of this video. But yeah, none of these people are going to be able to pay off this shit. It's no way.
$5,000 check, which later bounced. The bank says he still owes more than $290,000.
Chase was pretty on top of it. Within a day, it was all fixed, and people that were doing this were seeing big holds on their accounts or huge negative balances. Bank errors in your favor are almost never in your favor.
In court documents, the bank saying fraud is a crime that impacts everyone and undermines trust in the banking system. Chase takes its responsibility to combat fraud seriously. In addition to returning the funds, Chase is demanding the defendants cover the bank's legal fees and other expenses related to the glitch. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
That bill, that bill that those guys are going to be on the hook for paying, because I mean, I don't know. If they file in a lawsuit, these guys are going to absolutely 100% lose. I guarantee you, of whatever money they took, they damn sure didn't set any of that money aside for an attorney. So that's going to be interesting. I might actually pull up one of those lawsuits. That would be a funny live stream to do because I know the bank is going to detail and they'll have to detail what that person's account was, what was their average daily balance, their average monthly balance. And I'm going to err on the side of, I guarantee you, the people that they sued probably, I would be shocked if it's someone with a high income who wasn't living paycheck to paycheck. I don't see that being the case. And more likely than that, when professionals commit crimes, and I've investigated doctors and bankers and bank CEOs who commit crimes. They're normally a lot smarter with how they do it. They wouldn't write a bad check from themselves to themselves and deposit the money in their account to make an illegal withdrawal. I think that would just be stupid. But y'all let me know what y'all think on that one in the comments. Now, let's go ahead and pivot to this next topic because this topic is interesting. It's about Elon Musk and his lottery. So let me give y'all a little bit of background before we go in the video. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. Then we're going to watch a short video. I don't even think it's a minute long. Then we're going to break down and I'm going to give you kind of the legal nuances of it and if I think it's illegal. Matter of fact, let's go and watch the video first. That'll probably be better. Let's go ahead and cue up the video first. Let's cue up the video first. Then, because the video's short. So let's go ahead and no, we don't want to do that long video. That one is too long. Do we want to do that one? We need to find. Hold on, now that all those videos is too long. I had a shorter one up there. I must have accidentally deleted. Stand by, stand by. Let me see. Let's see. It was a shorter one that I saw. It was like 40 seconds. Here you go, right here. It's right up our
Philadelphia
alley.
District.
We're gonna keep this one short. We're gonna keep this one short. Let's go and pull this up. So the question is this lottery thing that Elon Musk created, is it illegal? And I will tell you, well, we'll talk about it. Let's go ahead and play it. It's 41 seconds. I'm not going to say anything through this video. 41 seconds, I think I can handle that one.
Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner has sued Elon Musk over his controversial $1 million registered voter giveaways. Musk has promised to randomly give away $1 million to registered swing state voters who sign his petition. Participants are not required to actually vote. Krasner says the giveaway by Musk and his super PAC amounts to running an illegal lottery in Philadelphia and throughout the state of Pennsylvania. The lawsuit seeks an emergency injunction from Musk to immediately end the giveaways. Separately, the Department of Justice has warned Musk that the giveaway may violate federal voting laws.
I made it. That was 41 seconds where I shut the hell up and let the video play. All right, so let me give a little bit of add on a little bit to that video. Larry Krasner, the assistant district attorney in Philadelphia, he's like an extremely liberal left district attorney. He kind of did some stuff that everybody, it was like bail reform, and everybody touted it when he first came on board. It's like, oh man, this dude is so sharp. He should be the attorney general for the United States. And I mean, me personally, I think his bail reform led to an increase in crime and putting criminals back on the street that probably directly resulted to the increase in crime in the Philadelphia area. But that's just my personal opinion on him. I'm not saying he's a bad prosecutor, a chief prosecutor, ADA, but I will tell you that he's extremely forward thinking and leftist when it comes to some of his ideas and ideology. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Like, he decriminalized a lot of minor marijuana stuff. Probably generally good overall. It's minor marijuana stuff. The bail stuff, it looked good on the front end, but it's circling back around to kick the city in its ass. So that's a little bit about who this is. So there are a few things. The first question that's kind of weird is, why is a state district attorney bringing a lawsuit? It's kind of weird. Well, we have to remember, it's only an injunction. An injunction, I can bring an injunction. Y'all can bring an injunction against me to stop me from doing something. Anybody can bring a lawsuit to file an injunction to have someone stop something. All you're saying is, hey, there is no monetary relief that can fix this. This particular activity is causing a harm, and I'm asking the court to grant this injunction to stop them from doing whatever the activity is. So that's the basis of the lawsuit. It doesn't appear to be a violation of a state statute. There are federal statutes that we're about to talk about is this lottery legal or illegal, but he can't really piggyback on a federal statute by filing an injunction. So he's just saying, yo, we want this guy to stop doing this because it's causing some type of harm. Now, let's talk a little bit about this. $1 million a day to persons who are already registered, who agrees. And to enter, you must be a registered voter in a swing state. All right, let's take the blue and red donkeys, elephants, and camels out of it. Let's just look at this objectively, co-counsel. To enter, you must be a registered voter in a swing state. And you must sign a petition created by Elon's America Only PAC. And if a PAC is just a political action committee that campaign that just raises a bunch of money to give to a particular candidate. So these are the important things. To enter, you must be a registered voter in a swing state. You must sign a petition created by Elon's America Only PAC. The petition states that if you sign it, you're showing your support for the First and Second Amendment. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm an Elon Musk fan, but hey, free speech, the right to bear arms. Okay, I'm tracking so far. Those are two things I can sign up with. Once you sign up and sign a petition, you are eligible you're eligible for a daily lottery that pays $1 million a day from now to the election. Now, you also get $43 for any referrals for a person who comes and can qualify and also sign a petition. And in some states, those really important swing states, you get $100 for referral. Now, is this illegal? Let's just, before I even read the statute, sometimes I think there's a such thing as really, really good lawyering. And I do believe that Elon Musk has some really good attorneys to set this up. I'm just going to preface it. Now, let's go to the statute to see if this is illegal. Okay, let's see. Section 10307, Title 52 of the United States Code says, whoever knowingly and willfully pays or offers to pay or accepts payment either for registration to vote or for voting shall be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 5 years or both. So one of the things we got to define, I already looked it up, so I just tell you, whoever knowingly or willfully pays or offers to pay or accept payment. They do define a lottery, even though there's not a guarantee you'll get funds. A lottery does meet the definition of payment. And it says whoever knowingly or willfully pays, accepts payments to register to vote or to vote will be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 5 years. Now, next, we have to take a look at DOJ's election crime manual. And it says that for an offer or payment to violate this law, it must have been intended to induce or reward the voter from engaging in one or more acts necessary to cast a ballot. They talk about registering the vote or actually voting. Now, y'all let me know if y'all think this is illegal or legal based on that definition. Now, this is interesting. We saw the video where the state attorney general is filing an injunction with the court to get Elon to stop. Now, on the federal level, because we're dealing with it from a federal standpoint, that's what I'm reading off on. DOJ, apparently, Department of Justice sent Elon Musk a letter saying, hey, your lottery may be illegal. What? Like, I don't know. I think that's kind of crazy to send them a letter saying it may be illegal. Like, no, you have your attorneys look at me. If it were me and I were unilaterally in charge, I would have my attorneys look at it. If they conclude that it was, in fact, illegal, then I would have them say, hey, this is illegal. You should stop it immediately. We reserve the right to pursue any criminal or civil legal action against you. If it's not illegal, it may be, everything may be illegal. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it was weird for them to send a letter. But DOJ sent Elon Musk a letter saying that this lottery may be legal. Right now, I'm leaning on the side that it's not illegal, even though DOJ said it may be illegal. If they say it may be illegal, I don't even like how they word that. Because if you're saying it may be illegal, you're also saying it may be legal as well. But I'm leaning on the side that it's not illegal. And I'm just looking at the plain language. It says, whoever knowingly or willfully pays or offers to pay, accept payment either for registration to vote or for voting shall be fined not more than $10,000 or imprisoned not more than 5 years or both. Now, here's what we know about the winners thus far, okay? And I think this is perfect. I'm explaining why it was some good lawyering. So far, the winners that have been identified were registered to vote years ago. Two of the winners who have been identified, they both have voted in past elections, and both have already completed mail-in voting for the November election. I think on these facts with the people who won who've been identified, two people, I think maybe three, but I think it was Pennsylvania and North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. But the winners were already registered years ago. Okay, they voted in past elections, and they both have already completed their mail-in voting for the upcoming election. I think just on those facts alone, this isn't illegal because the language in the Title 52 says willfully pays or offers to pay or accept payment either for registration to vote or for voting. They already casted their vote. The language in the actual write-up said, hey, you have to be registered before you can even do it. So these people are actually registered before they sign the petition. And it's not this is actually beautiful lawyer work on the side of Elon Musk and his team, because it's not the registration. And I get what the government is arguing. If they're going to say it's illegal, their point is the registration. You're secretly trying to pay people to register the vote. That's what, hey, if you register the vote, then you can do this, then you could be entered into this lottery. That's the government's argument. But I think, it was brilliant attorney work on behalf of Elon Musk's team, because the way it's written is not the registration to vote that gets you entered. It's the signing of the petition saying you support the First and Second Amendment. So people have to be registered before they can sign the petition. And the way this is written, signing the petition as a registered voter is what enters you into the lottery. Not registering to vote enters you into the lottery. Now, so I think generally it's probably legal for him to do this. I think this was some good attorney work by his attorneys. And with the facts we have on the winners who've already been disclosed, they already been registered for years. They've already been voting, and they already voted in this election. Nothing in that identifies anything in this statute that would trigger it as being illegal. Now, I will tell you, if we, attorneys, we do hypotheticals. Now, it might be a different story if, say, DFD wasn't registered, but I found out about this, and I was like, oh, shit, 2 people won $1 million? Let me go register. Then next week, I register on Monday. Tuesday, I go down this, enter the lottery. I say, yo, I support the First and Second Amendment. And then Wednesday, I win the drawing for $1 million. Well, one, the money isn't an issue because that's an Elon problem, not a winner's problem. But in that scenario, it could potentially be a stronger argument that, hey, you're in essence paying people to register to vote, because the registration occurred then in such close proximity. They signed up to sign this petition, then they got registered, then they subsequently won. So in that situation, it may be a little bit a better argument, but I still think it leads to me, even under that fact pattern, I would probably steer on the side that it's probably legal for them to do this lottery style thing, because, hey, they registered on Monday. How am I to know that he wasn't going to register prior to me doing this? And what do you think the guy's going to say if they ask the guy, like, hey, were you planning on registering, and he just won $1 million? He's not going to be like, nah, I wasn't going to register until I saw this. Then I said, let me go and register for a chance to win $1 million. They're not going to say that. They're going to be like, oh, no, I was going to register anyway, but I do support the First and Second. I support the freedom of speech, and I support the right to bear arms. You know what I mean? So I think it's not illegal. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Camels and donkeys and elephants and blue and red aside, I think this was actually some good attorney work from Elon Musk's team. Oh, man, this is crazy. I just found out today that one of my neighbor's nieces is involved in a money glitch frenzy. She is claiming that another person did the whole thing. She did not give them her card or PIN number. I don't know. Okay, let me preface this. Let's pivot back to the glitch thing real quick, okay? Y'all won't believe this, but to this day, I randomly get messages from people who I haven't spoke to in years, but I probably went to high school or middle school with them, and they like, yo, I did some crazy shit, or I'm accused of doing some crazy shit. What can I do? And I just tell them like, damn, that's a tough situation. I tell them like, damn, that's a tough situation. But they literally type out everything and they'll send it to me like on social media or something. And I just read it. I'd be like, man, that sounds like a crazy situation. Sound like you need an attorney who can actually be your attorney and message me. So people do foolish things all the time. I get messages from people like, yo, I got a grand jury subpoena for this, or an investigator contacted me for that. And after they explain their whole story, I just sit there and listen because if you're gonna tell it, I'm gonna listen. Then I'd be like, damn, that's a fucked up situation. You sound like you need legal help. That's not me. But when these things occur, that's going to be a tough argument. I'm just saying, if we were looking at this Chase money glitch, if she's caught up in it, I'm assuming, because if you deposited the check, let's say I wrote a check to myself, I deposited it into my account, but I never withdrew the money, it's probably going to be no harm, no foul. Hey, I just wanted to see if it was going to work. But they caught it the next day. They recaptured the money that was initially deposited into account, so it was no harm, no foul. I wrote a check for $100,000. I deposited it. Immediately, they made $50,000 available. The next day, they made $100,000 available. The next day, they took all their money back, and my account is at zero. A situation like that, no one's really going to give a damn about, because I've seen it too many. If it's a zero-sum case where there's no actual loss, people aren't really excited to prosecute it. Not saying they won't, but it's a zero loss case. Or if you took $50,000 and then you gave the $50,000 right back, I'm not saying they wouldn't get prosecuted, but it's a possibility. Now, it's one or two things. In the video that we watched, they're talking about civilly. So Chase is going after people civilly in civil court, saying you owe us this money, and they want them to pay court fines, costs, attorney fees. That bill gonna be high as shit, because I know they got the best of the best attorneys. It's a bank. I've went against bank firms before, big money firms. So civilly is one thing. Now, from a criminal standpoint, if you're saying that this is just, I'm talking hypothetically here, she didn't give them her card or her PIN number. If that's the case, I'm assuming, and you can let me know, if you can let me know, Norm, is this the case? She did the Chase glitch. After doing the Chase glitch, if she said it wasn't her, she didn't give anybody her PIN or her ATM number. The question is, are you telling me that because there was never a withdrawal of the unauthorized monies made? Or is she saying that I never gave anybody my card or PIN, but somehow a withdrawal was made with my card or PIN? I don't know which one it is. The former, the first one, not that big a deal, and nobody's probably going to care. The latter, I'm gonna just be honest, I'm not believing. I wouldn't believe the latter if the check was from person A and it was wrote out to themselves to deposit in their own account, and they'll know where the account was deposited from. This person deposited money from a mobile deposit. To deposit it from a mobile deposit, you actually have to log into your bank account. So if you're saying that, hey, she did this Chase money glitch, the money was withdrawn, but she never gave anybody, she never used her PIN or gave anybody her card. So her card was essentially, her information was snatched and somebody used it. That's going to be kind of hard to believe. And the reason that's hard to believe is because you would have had to get finessed at two stages. If her argument is the Chase money glitch happened and it was fraudulent, I had nothing to do with it, that doesn't make any sense, because I'm assuming most people, they wrote the check from themselves to themselves in their own checkbook, and she had to log into the account. In order for her story to make sense, someone would have had to fraudulently have access to her account to do a mobile deposit. And when you do a mobile deposit, it's a IP address that's associated with your cell phone. So someone would have had to take your cell phone, be able to unlock your cell phone, be able to log into your mobile banking app. And you can't just go into a mobile banking app. You actually have to, you would actually have to like log into it with like a thumb ID or eye face scan or password. So the argument that somebody did this without my knowledge and got my phone, was able to log into my phone, was able to log into my banking account, deposit the check, and then was able to withdraw the check by also getting access to my card or my PIN number, that's too many. That's just too much. I'm just telling my opinion. If that's her story, that hey, all of this stuff happened, but I had nothing to do with it. It was all somebody else. That shit is going to be hard for somebody to believe. I mean, y'all tell me. Did it make sense to y'all? It wouldn't make sense to me. And I hear people lie all day for a living. Yeah. How did people find out they could do this? I'm not sure how it originated. Um, that's actually a good question. I'm not sure how it actually originated. I'm assuming somebody probably made a regular deposit and saw, yo, wait a minute, there's more money here than it should be. Let me see if I can see how this actually originated. That's actually a good question. Let's see. That's actually a good question. Okay. I'm looking to see if they got nah. It don't say anything up there, sis. I was looking. It don't say anything about how it actually started. What I suspect happened is this is how normally if I had to guess how it started, what I would guess is because with my bank, I once sold a rental property and deposited a big ass check into my account. Oh man, I wish that money was still there. I deposited a big ass check. Yeah, that's probably the biggest single check I've ever deposited in my life. And immediately they made something like, I'll tell y'all the number. They made something like $20,000 available immediately, which is a lot of money. They made like 20,000 available immediately. That wasn't even half of the total amount. And then the remainder took like 7 days because it was a large amount. But typically what happens is when I first started using mobile deposit and I was like a security guard, right? Like if I did mobile deposit, they would only allow a certain amount to be made available illegally. I mean, initially. So what I'm guessing that happened is somebody probably made a deposit into an account and they probably saw that the funds available were actually higher than what they normally were. Like somebody probably deposited because what they'll give you immediately is dependent upon your activity, your daily balance, if you ever had a bunch of bounced ass check, I don't have none of that stuff. So they generally give me a large portion of money. Like if I deposit a check for $5,000, they're gonna on my phone. They're gonna give it to me immediately because they know I'm not doing no Chase Bank glitch shit. Right? But I'm guessing somebody probably made a deposit who always makes a deposit for two, three, $4,000, and they probably saw that the funds were available immediately, and it was a higher amount than what they normally had available to them immediately, if I had to guess. But that's just my guess. I don't know. Is interesting. Now remember, those lawsuits are all civil lawsuits. Chase actually put out a statement and said those civil lawsuits have nothing to do with the criminal charges that they are working with prosecutors on actually filing. So these people are going to have a civil lawsuit where they're going to have what they owe plus attorney fees held over their head. Then they're also going to get a criminal lawsuit, a criminal prosecution where they actually have jail time over their head, which further confirms that they'll never be able to pay off that damn money. But hey, that's it for this video. I just wanted to do something real quick because I had two topics. I was actually about to pre-record them, and I was like, I'll just talk about them. It's not that big of a deal, and it's a lot easier because I don't got to do all the editing. So y'all let me know, hey, the Chase Money glitch. I'm pretty sure these same four people, because who were the they targeted the persons who had the highest amount of monies that they were able to withdraw. I know that was a good question. Now I want to actually look into it because I'm like, how did they learn of it? So if I can find out why, I'll do a short, maybe under a minute, explaining like, yo, it was this guy from Harlem, New York, who was the founder of the Chase Money glitch. We need to find out who the founder is, and that's the guy that we need to go after. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on the update to the Chase Money glitch. Do y'all even think these people going to ever have the ability to pay back especially that one guy, $291,000 plus attorney fees. Hell no. And y'all let me know on Elon Musk $1 million giveaway. Do y'all think it's illegal or legal? I'm leaning towards legal. I think it was some good attorney work by the attorneys on Elon Musk's side. That's why the Department of Justice sent them a letter saying it may or may not be illegal. We don't even know, which was a dumb letter to send. Hey, as always, I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow, I'm going to give the folks here who a preview. I'm going to do a reaction to an interview that was done with Tiffany Henyard's landlord who filed an eviction notice against her. Now, I tell y'all, I haven't watched this video. Someone sent it to me. It's only about 30 minutes, more or less. And we're going to dive into that tomorrow. I think it's going to be interesting and fun because I got questions, and hopefully the person doing the interview, has asked the questions that were the first questions to pop up in my mind. As always, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a good night. Be blessed. Be safe. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Peace.